So what we could see here is this is your 30,500 level. That is essentially your line in the sand. Like I just said, 30,000 to 30,500, that's what you're keeping your eye on. If we get above 30,500 and we close, you want a daily close, and then you want multiple days, I say 5 to 7 days above that 30,500 level. Now you have a confirmed breakout and you likely could head higher. Aside from that, be very skeptical of this move, because if the banking crisis does not get worse, this resistance at 30,500 to 30,000, that Ethereum is rallying. But look at the chart here. Look at where we're hitting. We're hitting resistance on Ethereum here. This upsloping trend line, a beautiful upsloping trend line. This is the key point. Now, one of the things I want to mention here, look at how Ethereum is not at the recent highs like Bitcoin is. What does that tell us? It tells us that Bitcoin is your pure play when the banking crisis is going on. Sure, you're seeing a bit in Ethereum, but it's not the same magnitude.
Since yesterday, Bitcoin has been rampaging hard to the upside, and we have been seeing this happen every time there are issues or bad news about the traditional banks. In the last 24 hours alone, Bitcoin's price went up almost 10%, about $3,000, returning it to the 30,000 level resistance. And the main reason Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin in 2009 was to actually save everyone from the debasement of fiat currency and be a safe haven against the control of government and banking crisis. So when such events happen, people tend to withdraw their money from banks and buy more Bitcoin first, then some altcoins. Even though yesterday we didn't have any bank collapse, a 50% drop in the First Republic Bank stocks alarmed financial markets and retail investors, getting Bitcoin to thrive again. In this video, Gareth Soloway, a 20-plus years master trader and chief market strategist from InTheMoneyStocks.com and VerifiedInvestingCrypto.com, will make a new Bitcoin prediction that will help everyone understand what to expect in the next few weeks so you don't get wiped out. So pay close attention until the end, and if you enjoy our content, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more daily crypto.
All right, so Bitcoin is ripping to the upside, just hit resistance at 30,000. Now remember, 30,000 to 30,500 is your key level of resistance. You can see what's gone on. Basically, since yesterday, when FRC, all right, First Republic Bank, when they basically had their earnings announcement, they came out and said that, hey guys, we lost 40% of our deposits in the last quarter. In addition, we saw essentially our business stagnate. All right, that was not what Wall Street wanted to hear. 40% is a bigger number than Wall Street expected. And then to add on even insult to injury, all right, this is the kicker, guys. First Republic, FRC, they basically did not take any questions from analysts in the conference call, and they just said, done. And they walked away 12 minutes after they started that earnings call. All right, to me, all right, now remember, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, all these big banks gave them $30 billion to shore them up. All right, this was a couple months ago when the banking crisis occurred. And for them to just say, hey, we're not even going to take any questions, that is not basically, that's not uplifting to the sector. And so that stock got pummeled yesterday. And as soon as you saw it down 40, 50%, Bitcoin began to uptick and it started to go better and better and better. Now, as an investor, this is all inside of the levels. If we look at the chart on the daily chart here, let's go to the daily. So what we could see here is this is your 30,500 level. That is essentially your line in the sand. Like I just said, 30,000 to 30,500, that's what you're keeping your eye on. If we get above 30,500 and we close, you want a daily close, and then you want multiple days, I say 5 to 7 days above that 30,500 level. Now you have a confirmed breakout and you likely could head higher. Aside from that, be very skeptical of this move, because if the banking crisis does not get worse, this resistance at 30,500 to 30,000, that could ultimately end up being a top, and we still could see Bitcoin moving back to the downside. In fact, just to give you a heads up, I picked up a little bitty. If you've been following my Twitter, All right. You remember that last time we hit 30,000 to 30,500, I bought BITI, which is a short ETF. When you buy it, you go short the Bitcoin futures. I covered that for a nice gain, obviously, or I sold it for a nice gain when Bitcoin pulled back. I've now re-entered that trade, and I'm seeing if we can't get a good pullback on Bitcoin off of this technical resistance at 30,000 to 30,500.
What about Ethereum? Is it catching up even though it has different use cases from Bitcoin?
So let's go back into the charts here. Let's look at Ethereum. What do we have on Ethereum? Ethereum is rallying, but look at the chart here. Look at where we're hitting. We're hitting resistance on Ethereum here. This upsloping trend line, a beautiful upsloping trend line. This is the key point. Now, one of the things I want to mention here, look at how Ethereum is not at the recent highs like Bitcoin is. What does that tell us? It tells us that Bitcoin is your pure play when the banking crisis is going on. Sure, you're seeing a bit in Ethereum, but it's not the same magnitude that you're seeing in Bitcoin because Bitcoin is a pure play. Always remember that in 10 years, 20 years with Bitcoin, it's the pure play, just like gold is the pure play. If I had to put it in comparison, I would say Bitcoin is to gold as Ethereum is to silver. All right, think about that. Think about how silver doesn't really go one for one with gold because silver has an industrial side to it plus a store of safety. Gold is just a pure store of safety. So kind of a cool little concept to think about. Bitcoin equals gold. Ethereum is equal to silver when it comes to investing. All right, so watch this level around 1960 on Ethereum. That is going to be a very pivotal level here. Let's see if we get through that.
This takes us to Gareth's overlook on macro and his final recommendation on how to operate the markets. Understanding these, together with the crypto charts, may help you make more informed and profitable decisions, so check this out.
All right, here's the SPY chart, and I have a lot of little trend lines on this chart from day trading. But bottom line is, what we can clearly see here is that we are gapping up on the spiders. But this is what's interesting to me, right? Is that even with all this good news on earnings, look at the spiders. We're only getting back. This is where we closed yesterday, right here. And this is where we are today. You're only up about $1 on the SPY. Now, part of that is the bank stocks. I saw FRC was still down. Yep, it's still down, folks. So again, that's still under pressure. But the bottom line is, even with the good earnings, you're not seeing a huge impact on the S&P 500. Even on the QQQ, you have Microsoft literally up 10%, one of the biggest companies in the world, the biggest, second biggest probably to Apple in the NASDAQ 100. And the QQQ is only right back to resistance right here. Look at these lows. Look at this. All right, this was a breakdown level yesterday, right here at 313. Guess where we're trading today? Right into resistance. So what does this mean to me? It means to me overall, this market is looking for reasons to sell off in the equity side. Now, whether or not that's good for crypto, we're going to find out. Right now, it is good for crypto. All right, even though you're seeing a little bit of a bounce here, a lot of that bounce in crypto is a relation to the banking crisis and the safety trade, right? We see the Bitcoin leading the charge. But bottom line is, you're not getting a very oversized move in the QQQ, and that to me would be concerning going over your next couple weeks of trading, especially ahead of the Fed next week, where the Fed is likely going to stay relatively hawkish and hike by 25 basis points. It's no emotional trading. It's pure and simple. Follow the levels. Let the charts tell you. I always tell my traders this, and this is important to understand, is that the charts, when most people begin looking at them, it looks like a whole hodgepodge of nonsense. Really, what it is a foreign book, a book written in a different language. And it's up to you to learn that language. And when you learn that language, you start to get insight into the most probable. And this is important. It's not the guaranteed move. There's no such thing in trading. All right. Every day I'm out of the money on a trade, or, with all the trades I do, there's always a trade, I'm losing here, I'm making money over here and here and here, but there's always going to be a little bit of a loser. So the point is that it's all about probabilities. If you do 10 trades in a day, you want to win 8 of them. And the ones you lose on, you got to recognize quickly that you're losing on them and exit them. That's how you make millions in the markets. You don't make millions so many of these people out there, these newbies, they think, okay, I have a $2,500 account. I got to figure out how to make $25,000 by next week. Not reasonable, because yes, you can bet the farm, make money. Like heck, in 2021, everyone was making money in crypto. Everyone was making money in stocks. That's ultimately not feasible long term. Eventually you pick a bad one, just like anyone, just like I do. Eventually I pick a bad one. And ultimately you go broke when you bet the farm on it. And that's the problem. Make your millions, and you will make millions if you follow the recipe. Technical trading, personal discipline, position size. Those are the ones you want to follow.
Will Bitcoin finally be able to break this 30,500 resistance and stay above for a couple of days? If so, when do you think that will happen? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. See you tomorrow for more updated crypto news.